Well, hello, everybody. Hope you're having a great day. This is Borderline Banter, and yeah, I'm your host, Mike. We have lots to talk about tonight. It's the middle of the week. Easter is this Friday. Speaking of that, we are not going to be here on Friday. We're going to be spending time searching for eggs in our backyard. Hopefully,
Yep,
finding a lot
it's
of chocolate.
important.
Come on. I hope you're all doing the same. But yeah, as you can hear, the same person moving the mouse around as always is Dustin. Dustin, how's it going?
It's going pretty good. It's Wednesday, but like you said, technically the end of the Borderline Banter week. I do
Yeah.
still have to work on Easter, I'm pretty sure. I don't think we get it off.
Yeah, Monday.
Okay.
Easter is Friday. I mean Sunday. Easter is Sunday.
So I
So
get Monday off.
Friday is Good Friday. You should have Good Friday off.
This Friday's Good Friday?
Yeah. So Friday is at least in Canada. Friday's a stat
Monday's
holiday,
Good Friday.
and Monday is Easter Monday, but we don't get
Yeah.
Easter Monday off here. It's not a
Good
stat
Friday
holiday.
is Friday, March 29th. Yeah, I
So
think
yeah.
I do get that off. It's one of those that either I used to not and now I do, or the other way around.
So
It's one
no
of those
joke.
things around
No
it.
joke. We'll be here April 1st for our Monday show.
Yes.
So
Monday is April 1st, isn't it?
yeah.
We're gonna have to come up with a like thing, right?
Yeah. Maybe we'll
I
figure
don't know.
something out.
I have an idea.
Maybe don't. We'll have to talk about it off air. But
I'm
yeah,
gonna spoil it on the air.
if you
That way,
haven't
if you
already,
watch the
please
next
hit that
episode,
follow button. Every follow helps us grow here at Borderline Banter. Also, we are on YouTube. So if you can go, actually, do you want to post a link, Dustin? I got a lot of windows open right now.
I believe it lets me, right?
Yeah, you should because you're a mod. But yeah, give us a follow on YouTube. We're trying to build our page on YouTube as well. Go. We're not. I don't know what the proper term is, but yeah, hit more people. YouTube and Kick. So
Yeah, subscribers on YouTube and followers on Kick.
so Jay's just saying that if the States it's not a federal holiday, but here it is. So here in Canada it is. So yeah.
I will
Cool,
pin the
you
link
did
to
it.
the
Perfect.
live YouTube to the top of the chat there.
Awesome. But yeah, we should probably get going right away here. We as a first story, as it says, 1 million meals wasted daily. So what's that about?
What who's doing that? Is that Canada?
We'll find out.
All right, CNN brings us this one. The world wastes more than 1 billion meals every day as hundreds of millions go hungry.
Sorry, here. I gotta change my title.
Well, no. Your title was about daily. This is saying, oh no, yeah, no, you do.
Yeah, here I go.
Yeah, no. Even I had to read it twice to fucking. Oh yeah, no. That's billions daily. That's kind of crazy. Isn't that a huge number? I mean, we all knew that we wasted food. We all know
1 billion.
that, but like, did we know it was this high?
Okay, and I'm gonna have to change a YouTube one too. I don't think I can. I'm gonna do that afterwards because I'm gonna mess it up, But yeah, that's insane. 1 billion. That's one meal for every 7 people or 8 people.
Yeah.
No, that is exactly what it is. It's 1 meal for every 8 people. And I personally skip 2 meals per day, so that doesn't count for me. But yeah, that is insane.
So we're looking at a box of frozen lobster tails.
Yeah.
And other food scraps. Where is the lobster? Oh, this is.
Yeah, the box. The box.
Yeah.
The box right in front of you.
I don't see a lobster-looking thing. Okay.
Well,
it's
it's closed. You're just supposed to know what down east.
Look,
down
I don't
east.
think I would eat any of this. But I mean, is this a melon?
That
Is
is
this
like a melon. But that's in the waste. So how long has it been sitting in the waste for?
Oh, yeah.
And I used to work at a grocery store. We'd throw 4-liter jugs of milk out 3 days before they expired. Just toss them out. Why can't we donate? I know a family who drinks 4 liters of milk in a day, and we're literally tossing it out. We're not even keeping the jug to recycle it. We're tossing it in the dumpster. So
Yep. I used to work at the kitchen at
I'm gonna ban you because we don't like that stuff here.
Sorry, I had something else pulled up, but
get out of here, you horrible person.
Yeah, that's not the kind of stuff we want in our chat. Thanks. There we go.
So, thank you for banning them there, Jays. I appreciate that. Hey, Evan. How's it going?
Evan.
Thanks for jumping in. But yeah,
you're just joining us. I'll scroll up a little bit here to give you the headline we're looking at here. I was about to say I worked at Hy-Vee Kitchen, and literally every night at the end of the night, there was like a couple things we would keep in the fridge or freezer. Everything else would get thrown away.
Yeah,
and most of it went down the garbage disposal, but that's effectively the same. No?
I know that's a thing though. Like now, there's something like if you cook,
there's a lot.
If you cook, say you cook up 20 cheeseburgers and you only sell 15 of the cheeseburgers, and no one's around to eat them, sure, I guess toss those out. But if you live downtown, go and give those.
Do something with that.
But like 4-liter jugs of milk, full packs of lobsters, they could bring that to the food bank, or they can even bring that to homeless shelters. Just then they can cook it that day, you know.
Well, and if we had the infrastructure with that all in mind, everything could take it there. Everywhere could take their stuff to a place like that if we had the infrastructure to allow and the laws to allow it. Half the time they make that kind of thing illegal.
Now this is going back when I was
crazy.
This is going back when I was 16, I was working at a coffee shop, here in Canada. A famous coffee shop. Not gonna say names so we don't get in trouble. But
Starbucks.
And Starbucks sucks.
I was just coughing.
Oh yeah, oops, why did I say it? I said name.
Did it sound like
words? At the end of the night, I'd be usually working at 11 o'clock at night, and it's a 24-hour thing. But 11 o'clock is usually when they toss out the donuts, because that's when they expire, right? In quotation marks, I mean expire.
Well, it's when you no longer can.
I used to take 2 dozen donuts, sometimes 1 dozen, but I would hit the train station every night, and I'd leave the box of donuts at the train station because homeless people hung out there, and the homeless people would eat it. They started saying that you get fired and charged for theft for taking those donuts. You know,
and that's exactly the kind of thing I mean. Like,
that's exactly. It's like what?
It's literally going to the trash. So why would we criminalize doing something other than trash?
And then it comes down to this is like lawsuits. Like I know some companies that would probably love to give it, but it just takes one person to get sick off that quotation again expired best before, because not much expires. It's always best before dates. It just takes one person getting sick and they sue the hell out of that company, you know? And now they get charged for giving away free food, which is pretty shitty, right? So let's face that. But I don't know. It is pretty sad that we're throwing that much food out daily. What's this go into? I guess we didn't get into it
yet. I don't know. Go right for it.
More than 1 billion meals are wasted across the world each day. Wow, nearly 800 million people go hungry. So yeah, that would feed them all. Not feed them all. That give them 1 meal a day. Like that's pretty damn. Like, and again, now we'll stop track for a second. It's hard to just like now. Where are these people going hungry? Where are the majority of these people going hungry? Because
that's obviously part of the problem.
Yeah,
is
like,
where the food is needed is not.
I know people are hungry here in Canada and America though. But yeah, our 6 lobster tails aren't going to be doing very good for the people in Africa. Let's say, you know. So I get, but it would be doing good for the people here in our own country who live on that street in the freaking corner, right? Yeah. But yeah, the world wastes 1.5 billion metric tons of food wasted. That's how much in 2022. I mean, about a fifth of the food available to the people was squandered by households, restaurants, and other parts of the food service and retail stores. Walmart, all the big companies too. Let's call them out. Walmart, Safeway, all those big companies. Loblaws. What other big ones are in the States? I don't know. But they just say, they're not saying stores. They're saying and retail sectors. It's just like, but let's see let's name the big ones just because they're the verse for it.
Well, I mean, they're not naming McDonald's either. They're saying food service. They're like McDonald's off the hook. Yeah, even though they're like 50% of the food sector. Yeah. Food service, whatever the fuck we want to say this is. They don't even qualify as a restaurant. I don't know.
This is on top of like 13.
They include households here too, so we could even throw our ire there at the fact that they're saying people waste their food that they bought. Like, sometimes your milk goes bad before you finish it.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that is a super drop in the bucket compared to how much shit I threw away at Hy-Vee. And you mentioned throwing away too.
Yeah, exactly.
The stuff I throw away at home, I know I throw food away at home, but it is nowhere close to what I threw away at work.
One thing that pissed me off when I was a kid, you know how your parents were like, oh, you got to eat your meal because the kids in Africa are hungry. It's like, what the fuck is my meal going to do for the kid in Africa? What the fuck is my 4...
Can you get it to them?
What is it?
The answer's no. Well,
what are my 4 bites of carrots going to do? So, Mom, if you're listening, I'm mad, okay? But no, I'm still mad. No, I'm kidding. But, and now it's saying that 13% of the food gets lost on the journey or destroyed. like broken. Like
this is on top of the 13% of the
so
food that
wow, that's
lost on its journey. So this with 13% is lost before it even makes it to these places.
Then 1/5. That's
and then
20%.
20% of it gets lost here.
Yeah, that's insane. Yeah, that's
so in total, a third of all food goes to waste. If you put those both together, that's a third of the food.
Yeah.
Gone. Boom. We're making it and it's gone.
Just gone, just like that. Yeah.
And it wouldn't even take that much more to feed those who we don't have. Like, look at this. We've got more than enough. 800 million hungry, 1 billion meals.
So,
actually covered if we had a way.
The lie saying that they can't stop world hunger is a lie, because clearly there's a way we can do something. Like.
Well, it requires international trade.
Yeah, which will never.
And some of that trade has to be something for nothing.
Yeah, and that's never.
Are you comfortable with something for nothing? Because most countries have said no to that.
Ukraine.
Historically.
Ukraine. What we're doing to Ukraine for nothing.
Hold on. Something for nothing to places that these places.
Yeah,
Ukraine's different. That's a different place.
They got assets that we want.
I don't know why they're different, but they're different.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I know. Just had to point that out.
All the way off my back about that.
Yeah. Okay. So that's
but it literally is. We treat the poor. Let's be honest, African mostly nations. We treat them differently.
But so
because I don't know if this is going to go into where you asked it earlier. Where is the hunger?
But then again, not saying that is like the African government even kind of treats their freaking people like shit too. Because again, Mr. Beast walked in, and remember, built 5 wells in a week.
There, and some are actually quite good, and many are quite bad. But yeah, you're right. Like not being
many
able to
are,
build
and the bad ones always run. But I'm just saying,
that's the bare requirement of a government, isn't it?
When a guy who started a YouTube channel 10 years ago can come into a 1,000-year-old country and do some work, give me a break. You know what I mean? Do more work than the government can. That's just, I don't know.
So this is interesting. This is saying households wasted 631 million metric tons of the food, 60% of the total. So they're actually saying households are the main cause.
I don't know.
The food service sector was 28%, and waste and retail, they said 20%.
That's a lie.
So they're really
that's
saying
a lie.
Walmart's fine.
No, they got paid to say that. I'll call bullshit on that all day long. I worked at a restaurant, at a grocery store, and I tossed out so much shit. And I don't know. That's so.
Why are the governments like that?
Corruption?
Well, there's been a lot of CIA involvement, regime change, foreign interference. It's really hard when everybody wants to take your shit. Very early on, the UK was really doing a lot of colonization in Africa. Just kind of take stuff and leave, sort of.
It still comes down to corruption and money.
No, I mean, basically, they've been targeted for a very long time. So. And also, like I said, the government interference that our CIA has now definitely done. They've admitted it for a lot of it. As long as it's at least 40 years old, they've admitted it. So it's only the most recent 40 years worth of stuff that we have to say, nuh-uh. Like,
so the average person,
CIA in Afghanistan, we still say
Yeah, there you go.
But they were there.
Average person wastes about 174 pounds of food per year. Huh. So
wait, the average person, so me? I do that?
That seems a little, I don't know, that doesn't seem high enough.
Did that.
That does not seem high enough, honestly.
174 pounds a year.
So.
Well, how many trash bags do you take to the trash bin? How much of that is not food?
Yeah.
I do one trash, hold on. Probably 2 trash bags a week. I'd say probably a couple pounds per bag.
Yeah,
so maybe 5 pounds.
But do bones count? What are they counting by? What are they counting? Because if you think about it, if you let a 4-liter jug of milk go bad, how much does a 4-liter jug of milk weigh?
Well, nobody lets the full 4 liters.
You might.
It's going to be like 1 point. What? How?
I don't know. Like
you didn't have any cereal? Who did that?
The power goes out and you lose it. You're at work, you don't realize the power's out, and boom. So, but
rude to eat during this article?
Yeah, probably. So, but
it's making me hungry.
Yeah. But okay,
that's the Five Guys fries leftovers alone. Yeah, that's a good point. They give too many fries. It's not my fault.
Okay,
and that's actually a good point. Households are wasting because freaking food places are giving us too much. Yeah. I don't know. Americans, we get a lot of food. If you go get food in America, it's gonna be a shitload. Although we're getting some shrinking stuff happening, so I don't know. Here's a knocked over trash can.
Compost, yeah.
Okay. Food waste spills across London.
Yeah, it is pretty sad though. That's how it happens, but it is. I guess that's what it is. And is there something you could do? I don't know. Nothing really, because I don't believe that 60%. I do not at all. That doesn't sound right.
Well, that's what they're saying.
Okay, so wait, so they say that an average person throws out 175.
The 1 billion unless you
but listen,
the 60%.
Okay, they say 174 pounds per year per person. Mm-hmm. I've thrown that out in a weekend at Walmart.
So you're an above average asshole.
No, at Walmart.
Congratulations.
When I'm right there, I threw out that more than weekly. You know what I mean? On a weekend, I throw out that much. You know. So I don't know.
What if this is like the Panera thing and Walmart's technically a household? Because like Panera didn't have to pay minimum wage because they made bread.
Yeah.
Or something. It was really dumb.
I don't know. So
like they're probably a household because they sell household goods.
Maybe. Maybe
because they sell paint.
Anyway, I don't agree with I don't agree with that though. 60%, that's bullshit. I'm not saying humans don't waste that much, but retail saying 12% lies. 100% lies. I'd throw out more than when I worked at Walmart, I probably threw out hundreds of people's worth of yearly stuff in like a month, you know. Because I worked in the dairy anyway. I was a nighttime guy. I had to throw all that stuff out. The day it's like 5 days for some things, 3 days for some things, you know, you'd have to throw it out.
This is what they're reporting, so.
Yeah.
You could do your own report.
Never yeah,
I don't know how you're going to start, but
yeah.
I don't know how they did it. Did they go around just ask all the governments, like, how much food you wasting?
Oh, yeah, are they lying? Oh, how much food? Walmart's like, how much food? Like.
How do you do? I don't know. How do you do these things? It's the UN. They have access to things we don't. The United Nations.
But companies don't have to be truthful.
What if you're? Well, yeah. If you're Russia, do you tell the truth to the UN?
Sometimes.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe if it's in your interest. They start talking about climate here. I'm sure that's not helpful either. And that's another thing that they don't. I'm not sure they're really considering, like farmers. I know there's times where farmers have to waste their whole crop.
Yeah.
Like COVID was a big one where there was a lot of people throwing like whole things away, and I was like, "There's no way we could do something with that." And there's like, "Nope." Nobody will truck it, kind of thing.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
And it's really, really messed up how much food waste was going on in 2020.
And another thing too is like, for instance, and this is just in Canada, but like the prices are getting unreal here, and they're going to go up quite a bit next week because there's going to be a tax increase, and that the farmers are paying that. So the farmers pay it, raise the price. Everybody raises the price. It sits on the shelf. More people are going to toss it out because who wants to pay friggin' $10 for a small bag of apples? You know what I mean?
Wow.
Like,
yeah, I mean, well, until you
I don't eat vegetables. So I don't know what the price of apples are, but I know everybody at work complains about price of apples and food. I don't eat fruits and vegetables. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a so. But yeah, I'm not sure if there's anything else here. Right. But yeah,
so it says food waste is tied to climate change. If you want to talk about that,
we can. So. Everything's connected.
That's not really very helpful though.
So
the vast majority of food waste goes to landfills, generating methane as it breaks down, which adds to greenhouse gases. Methane has 80 times the warming power of carbon dioxide. So when we're talking about CO2 emissions,
then let's start legally.
Are much worse. So.
Let's make laws that we can let give their food, the best before food, away to the homeless, away to the charities, away to stuff that people can use it. And I'm not saying give them rotten food, give them good food just because it's best before. The major cities. Well, look at here in Calgary, like where I am, you know, boom, we got this huge big city. We got this big city.
So we're gonna pay the truckers?
Yeah, you can. Someone can pay it easily.
Where are you gonna get that money? Who?
Charities. Boom. Right.
Okay, so charity's gonna do this.
There's hundreds of charities out there. Lots of stuff, but how they can get the food? No, there's ways to do it, you know. So,
and they just need more charity to do it.
Yeah, well, give the food away. People will donate money. Okay, now that they know that money's going to someone, they're going to donate it, right? So,
yeah, totally.
Anyway, all right.
You don't think you're a little pie in the sky?
How? No, seriously. Do you not know?
Maybe we should talk about a legislative solution to this problem instead of hoping somebody wants to throw money at it.
Well, the government's bitching about, not the government, but they're probably going to start bitching about the food waste. Then let's do something about it. There's probably rules there's probably laws that these companies can't give that food away, right? I don't know how that works, but there's a reason they're throwing it out and not donating it.
Well, like you were alluding to earlier, they become liable because we have the Food and Drug Administration. There's regulations for how you can and can't serve food and sell food, and that's where those expiration dates come in handy and legally make you liable. So
now there's not expiration dates; they're best before dates. So
well, it depends.
No, actually, here in Canada, only 5 things expire. The rest are all best before dates. It depends.
So. There's best by, best used before, and expired.
Yeah. Only 5 things expire in Canada, and that's dairy, baby formula, medicine. And I don't even know what the other 2 are, but there's nothing major. But everything else is the best before date.
Yeah. So anyways,
not sell by date, best before date.
What was somebody asking?
I'm just saying. I'm just making that sense. So, there's a difference. Best sell date, by date, and best before date.
Doesn't change the point I was trying to make, which is now. Well, how is it changing?
Actually, what was your point? So I just had to say that.
I hadn't gotten to the fucking point. You didn't let me get to the point. Now I've forgotten the point because we've now got Best Buy best before.
That sucks.
And my point was I was agreeing with your earlier point. So I guess you disagree with your earlier point that criminal liability is why they don't.
Okay, yeah.
I was agreeing with you. So do you disagree with you now?
But then there has to be a way to figure something out though. Then check the food. Then make it
right. So what I'm getting at is that this is not something where charity can do it.
Not charity alone. Not charity alone, but that will help.
Because laws are preventing that. So we need communism.
Yeah.
Sorry to tell you, you need communism for this. And that's the answer. Okay. And I'm going to leave the short answer. It literally is communism is what you need. Food pantries, community food things is communism.
Yeah, but that's okay. But communism is where then you'll be happy with your piece of bread and water every day. That's what everybody gets.
We need communism if you want everybody to have food. That's the answer.
Okay, then if everybody gets food, it's a piece of bread and a cup of water every single day, because that's how communism works. So.
Your definition of communism is everyone gets the minimum thing. Because that's not how it works.
Okay, well
that's not.
Yeah, well, communism.
There's a minimum that you get at least that.
Yeah.
And right now, the at least that is starving.
So, yeah.
So at least that being bread would be fucking great.
Yeah.
If everyone had bread every day, that'd be fucking sick. And there would be people who have more than just bread. Because we wouldn't just not have things. Communism isn't everyone just has nothing.
Yeah. How so? Why does
communism is food pantries, community food.
Yeah.
Where you can get food and leave food. And there's no money exchanged.
So,
food is a necessity, right? People need it to survive.
Yeah, and
so you remove the money from that equation.
And then who pays? Who pays the people to sell it? Who pays the people to pick it? Who pays the people?
There's no money.
There's no money. Yeah.
For a food pantry, there's no money.
But again, how do we get the food to the pantry? Well, yeah, the food is free, but how do we
take it there?
Yeah,
people take it there.
What people?
And leave it there.
What people?
Charity.
Yeah, there you go. So,
but it's not money. It's the actual thing that's needed, and it's in a place that people can then get it. That's the thing. It's people taking it to a place that people can come get it from that place.
Exactly. So charities can go to these Walmarts and all that.
No,
pick
you
it
actually
up.
need to build the food shelter.
Then they got to do it. There's plenty of food shelters.
You can't just give money to a charity to get those built. You need the government to build that shit.
Yeah,
that shit doesn't exist, and zoning laws don't let us build that shit. We can't just build it.
Then best change legislation, but not communist isn't the way to go. But
communism is when the government controls things, right?
Yeah. So
I'm just giving you the short answer of what people are going to respond to what I say.
Yeah,
I described all that, and then you could have called it communism. I'd rather just call it communism so you can't use it as an attack. Because it's the answer. Yeah. It's called communism. It is what it is. You know?
But yeah.
If you want to solve hunger, you have to remove money. You have to remove money from that equation.
But that's never going to happen.
Right. So. Capitalism will not bend a knee. Did you know we haven't always been capitalism?
When you say we, like as a world?
The world.
Or, yeah. Okay.
Do you know what came before capitalism?
Communism?
No.
No, what?
What the hell is it? What do they call what came before capitalism? Feudalism. I hear it shouted from the other room.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I've never heard that
So
before.
it's not like capitalism has always been the thing. There has been human existence without it. It says capitalism developed out of feudalism and mercantilism.
Just a lot of isms, say.
Yeah. I mean, you could look into it and what that actually means, but
yeah, but
in many cases, feudalism probably is basically dictatorships, and there is no currency.
North Korea
kind of thing. Well, no, North Korea has a currency, so they're
but
capitalists.
Do they really? But they don't think they're.
Let me Google.
I don't think North Korea can really. I don't know that.
The economy of North Korea is a centrally planned economy. There you go.
Yeah, it's true.
Following Juche, where the role of market allocation schemes is limited, although increasing. What did that sentence mean?
Okay. I think we should move on to our next story, though.
So yeah, no solution to the 1 billion, but definitely not our fault. That's our takeaway.
Yeah. It's Walmart's fault.
Probably Walmart's fault is.
It's Walmart's fault.
Takeaway.
So. All right. From CBS.
You probably heard about this one. This is breaking news.
We could have talked about that first, but everyone else was talking about it, so we led with a different story. But what caused Daly to slam into Baltimore's Francis Scott Key Bridge? What we know about what we know about what led up to the collapse. That was a hard one for me. But yeah,
there's a lot of W's.
Yeah, that's pretty sad. I'm sure y'all have seen the video. I'm sure we can look at the video again. That's probably not the video, so don't click on that.
That's a geyser.
Go ahead.
I was just going to start. Shocking video showed the moment a massive cargo ship collided with Baltimore's Francis Scott Key Bridge early Tuesday morning, sending parts of the decades-old suspension bridge along with people and vehicles into the Patapsco River. Unfortunately, 6 people who were on the bridge are missing and presumed dead at this point, according to officials late Tuesday. 2 others were rescued from the water, and that totals the 8 construction workers who were working on potholes on the bridge.
Yeah. So, as bad as it sounds, 6 people are not missing is not that bad. What it could have been. Like, if this happened at 9 in the morning during rush hour or something, like, it could have been a horrible situation. Sad 6 people are gone. It's probably pretty cold water and it's a pretty big fall. Surprised anybody. I didn't even know anybody lived. That's the first I heard about it. I didn't realize they pulled 2 people to the water. So. Yeah,
I mean, it's...
Give me 2 seconds. I'm sorry. Keep on going.
I think all that came out late last night. As they said, officials didn't even make statements till late Tuesday. 22 Indian nationals, including 2 pilots, were aboard the cargo ship. I mean, my first question is, like, how was such a big ship allowed to collide with a bridge? I wouldn't expect a bridge to be able to handle that. Like, I'm not...
Yeah. So,
I'm not being like the bridge was needed... It may have needed repair, but, like, come on, you shouldn't be expected to be hit by a fucking cargo ship.
Well, cargo ships come and go all the time. Now,
but they don't hit
now a lot of people are saying, "Oh, this is Russia. Russia's Israel. This is the terrorist attack." I personally don't think so right now.
Oh, I don't even. Think
some people are saying it's a cyber attack because the boat did lose power. The boat did lose power. Yeah. So what happened is and this is what I've seen, and I'll give my take. So what happened is the boat lost power. So they decided to drop an anchor to miss the bridge, but they were gonna miss the bridge anyway. But they dropped the anchor, and what the anchor did is it pulled them back towards the bridge, which made them sideswipe into the bridge sideways, which resulted in the collapse. Seems like it was going pretty fast for that area. You don't think you should be moving that fast. Again, I don't know what the rules are, but yeah, that's a very important bridge too. Like, there's a lot of stuff that goes on that bridge that are not legally allowed to cross on the bridge, like chemicals and like trade stuff, just because it's one of the biggest ports in America, isn't it? So boats can't even cross right now.
I don't know much about Maryland, but
boats can't even cross right now. So
this is an actual picture of it, right?
Yeah, that's
sure. The scene where the Singapore flag. Okay, yeah. So this shows how big the freaking ship is. I'm saying, like yes, this bridge is gone.
Yeah,
but like, I don't know that you can make a bridge defend against this.
So, I don't think so.
I'm looking at why this ship didn't stop more than I'm looking at.
But again, you think there'd be maybe some bury? I don't know if there's a way to bury it or something. Have some barriers around or something. Super. I don't know, but it seems like the boat was going pretty fast too. Now they lost power, so can they steer? I don't know how boats work. You'd think there'd be some kind of backup system where they can like control the boat, stop the boat.
So let's say I'm in a car, right? Yeah. And the car loses power, but the car keeps moving forward, right?
Yeah.
And my car slams into a car in front of me. Am I at fault?
Well, yeah, but actually, yeah, 100%. Now you are in theory, but
that's all we got here.
Yeah.
I don't care why their power went out. They're at fault.
Now,
your power went out in your big ass vehicle, and you destroyed infrastructure.
Again, well, now there's rumors had it. Now this is just rumors so far.
Maybe I'm a dick.
These are just rumors so far, but apparently it was a cyber attack. Some people are saying that some people attacked it and had a cyber attack. Again, I can't say. Now, if that was the case and that was a cyber attack and they had no control of the boat and that's why it was going that fast, no. But the captain is still liable for if that wasn't the case. We got to see what happens with the black box. They're reviewing it. We will.
A debut on camera here for anyone watching. There he is. He's the orange fur you're saying.
Yeah. So, but that's insane. Like I'm just surprised. Like it just
this fur however you want.
As bad as it is, that's so glad that answers. No, not many people were injured. Like 6 people, yeah, but it could have been much worse if it was 9 a.m. If there was anything else like that. I'm gonna keep scrolling.
I've been replaced by peanut. No. Oh, I have freedom. I just got freedom. Okay. So 2 U.S. officials told CBS News multiple alarms rang out on the ship, alerting pilots and crew to an issue on board. I mean, if there's no power on, I don't know. Like you said, I don't know anything about boats. So
yeah,
if there's shit out of luck at that point, maybe. I don't know. So the crew ran several systems tests to attempt to remedy the loss of propulsion. The tests proved unsuccessful. They turned it off and on again.
Oh.
Right? Is that what I'm reading?
Because the power went off and it came back on, then it turned off again. So
at that point, the ship's pilots alerted the Department of Transportation in Maryland and the Maryland Transit Authority, which makes sense. But again, they're not going to be able to do anything in time.
So,
but they did allow local officials to stop traffic on the bridge. I did hear about that. I think officers, they said had 90 seconds.
That's what I read. 90 seconds
to clear and stop the traffic.
Like that's a miracle.
Like you said, you were talking about rush hour. Yeah. Well,
it was 1:30 a.m. So
it's still a lot of cars.
Yeah, I don't know how many cars.
So
we don't know how many, but yeah, regardless, even if they saved one life. So
yeah, even once.
Yeah.
So the ship's crew made an effort to deploy the anchor, and this is what you're going to do. It remains unclear how much progress was made. Multiple officials said the massive ship is over 900 feet long and was moving 8 knots, 9 miles per hour. Authorities said the speed is considered very rapid.
Yeah, it seems pretty fast.
I mean, I've been in GTA. I go fast.
I'm pretty sure the anchor is what. Again, this is just what I've seen. I've heard, watched a lot of like specialists and stuff. It sounds like the anchor is what caused it. They panicked. They dropped the anchor, and that's what. Again, I'm not 100% sure.
Well, yeah, and it might have been we don't know a right answer. This is a maybe answer, and
it can take up to a mile for some of these ships to get stopped, depending on the circumstances.
It's the same thing as like a big semi truck. If it's going 90 miles per hour, that's why they build. I don't know if they have these in Canada. They have like these just inclines of dirt road. It'll be like off the main road, just a big uphill dirt thing, and that's there for out of control semis.
You know what's weird? Have you seen that movie Leave This World Behind on Netflix?
I think I previewed it.
It's a very it's not a very big action movie, but like the America's being have a cyber attack and things are going wrong. But in one scene, the girls are sitting on a beach with their parents, and a big cargo ship's coming towards them, and she's like, "Guys, a cargo ship. There's a big boat." They're like, "Yes, sweetie, big boat." And the boat lost power and came crashing onto the island and all that. So, but yeah,
kind of similar. I mean, that was a movie.
Yeah, and Barack Obama has a entertainment business, and he was part of that movie. So maybe he knew. Maybe he knew. Maybe that's what happened.
Awesome.
The cargo ship was, it's the end of the world.
So it's not clear what caused it to lose power. I did hear this though. The data recorder, they went in and got it, the black box or whatever.
Yeah.
Effectively, for the cargo ship. So they'll be able to hopefully figure out what the hell happened, and if it's a cyber attack, hopefully that's evident. So yeah, that's well, this last part's kind of ridiculous. What happens when a ship loses propulsion? We're reading the article.
Yeah.
This article happened.
Do we have a video of it or no? Is there not a video of the crash on that?
There was this, that was a horse. There was this right here. I wonder, CBS. It's not a video though, is it?
Yes. Oh, not, but let's go down maybe. Or
oh no, it's loading.
Okay, maybe that. I hope this is actually the video.
CBS, don't fail us. They're not Fox, so. Baltimore train.
Okay. How long is this freaking commercial? Jeez.
Not sponsored by whatever this is. That dog. Can I pet that dog?
Yeah, they're not going to show it.
Oh. Well, I mean, that was some of the.
Oh, here it is right here. Here it is right here. See, you can see a car going over.
The
you can see the cars too. Look at the cars up there.
Yep, there are some cars who are still on here. Some going this direction still.
Yeah. And look at.
Mayday call. They know they're going to hit this part.
Oh, you pricks.
Are they really going to be like this? Okay, we're back.
Do you have any sound or? I guess so.
We could.
Billowing from its stacks, likely the backup generator coming online. But the ship never regained engine power, and it struck one of the two main structural support columns of the bridge.
Just crashed.
And Schaefer, a structural engineer.
Once the bridge...
And right there, we saw cars. We saw cars that were right there. They're not there now.
Yeah,
very fortunate, but they were there when we started.
Fuck. Yeah, poor guys.
Like a container ship of that size.
So
there's
you
not
needed
a bridge
to be
that we
completely
build,
off the damn.
That's any level of economy and efficiency that's going to survive that.
It's happened before. In 1980, during a blinding thunderstorm, a cargo ship slammed into a support column of Tampa's Sunshine Skyway Bridge. A 1,200-foot span collapsed. 35 people were killed. Since then, cargo ships have more than quadrupled in size.
In the world of infrastructure systems.
And they were speeding and all that. So, okay, that's all we need to see anyway. But yeah, it does look like he was speeding all that. It's.
Yeah, in that other instance, it sounds like they had, the why. There was really bad weather. Of course, then the ask would be, why did you not find a place to pull over? Can you tell boats to pull over? Maybe.
Yeah, I know.
Again, I don't know boats.
That was years ago, but
it's storming.
This one, but this one is like,
and you can't see, and you.
It seems like there was some neglect. It seems like there was some neglect if he was going fast on the shit, unless the whole thing was a cyber attack and they had no power the whole goddamn time, and they're just hush about it. Or because everything's run by computers nowadays, so literally someone can get control of it and run it by a PlayStation controller, maybe. Now I'm being a little facetious there.
I would assume it's not that, just as.
Again, we don't know. I'm not but again, it's a good way. Your guys are at war right now, so maybe it was Russia.
What?
Yeah, you're at war.
Who are we at war with?
Yeah, with Russia. You're just not. Yeah, proxy war. My bad. But let's say
we're not at war right now.
Yeah, with you're 100% war with Russia.
No.
Yeah, it's a proxy war. Yeah. Anyway.
We're good. Jack, we're not at war. See these thumbs?
Thanks. So.
No war, buddy.
But yeah, that's the best way to destroy infrastructure. That's a big port. Now a lot of things are going to be stuck there. A lot of trucks can't cross because that was a trucking bridge too. So that's a good way to destroy infrastructure. But those are, I don't think that was the case.
Heard of this bridge.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it is just a horrible accident, but you never know.
No, I just mean like, how do you? I've never heard of it. How many people use it daily?
I don't know. Probably how many people use it.
It says estimated 31,000 per day.
Yeah.
I don't know how that rates among bridges and how like infrastructurally, like, I don't know that it's a major bridge.
For truckers, it is, yeah. So,
as compared to
in that area, yes, they say because that
well,
bridge.
Now you're just adding
but that bridge had it was a special bridge for trucks with certain chemicals and stuff.
Is it going to cause a 1 mile?
Are you listening to what I'm saying? Or are you just no? Because it's like I said, that bridge was for trucks that had certain chemicals on it that are not allowed to cross the other bridges. So
there's no bridge you can cross with those other chemicals?
They have to get permits, which takes a long time. So yes, there is an issue with it. But again, I'm saying I don't believe that's the case. But if they were to do it, that'd be a good way to do it. Not hurt anybody, destroy the infrastructure.
So chemical industry might be jeopardized here. Anything else do you know about this?
But chemicals are used for many, many things in America to run many machines, to run many things. So
okay, I heard chemicals.
Are you just want to argue with me about this, or
no,
what?
I want other impacts. I'm asking you for a list of impacts.
31,000 people now got to find a new route. A lot of boats can't go past now because the bridge is gone. It's all over the ocean. Thousands of boats that come in out of that port can't go now.
It's a devastating impact, but I'm just not all for saying that it's like the most important bridge.
It is, but it's important because now it's in the middle of the ocean and boats can't cross. So it's going to be a trickle effect. Things are going to happen. They can't just clean that up.
It will have an effect.
They're not going to clean it up in one day.
It's not the Golden Gate Bridge.
So, no.
And my point is, it's not a major bridge.
But yes,
I've never heard of this bridge until this happened. Okay. It's not a major bridge.
Well, yeah, to you, but to someone, it's a major bridge.
Bridge is a major
to
bridge.
someone, that's a major bridge. You know. So
I mean,
to somebody, that is a major bridge. To somebody's business, to someone.
I don't live there. So
let's look into. Let's look and type in what will the impact of this bridge be, and we can probably find an article. I don't know what the impact is, but let's look it up. Let's find. So. Because there has to be some kind of impact.
As usual, we're not going to do that live. I'll do that off the air.
We won't do it because we never do it.
So. This was all premised on me asking you what you knew about this bridge. You knew about the chemicals.
Yeah.
And nothing else.
And the boats that it's getting blocked.
That was my question.
And the boats that's getting blocked. So
that can be the end of your answer, and you don't have to get creepy about it.
You heard the one that goes at it, just chemicals, blah blah blah. It's like you're like not a big deal. Think it's boo hoo.
You gotta remember what my question was.
Yeah.
What do you know about this bridge? Because you said it was there's a major bridge. I'm like, what do you know about this bridge?
So. Okay, well we should.
The chemicals thing.
Get on to we have
I know
quite a few more stories
and the
left here.
31,000 thing now, but still nothing else, and that's not very many people.
Yeah, well, how big's Maryland? What's the population of Maryland?
Not very many.
So
it's a small ass state.
Then that's a big, probably a lot of people for that bridge.
Make it seem like it's the biggest thing ever to happen. Like at the end of the day, it's probably not going to change the price of anything at the grocery.
Maybe, but depends on what's stuck in that port. Maybe there's some pertinent things that are stuck in that port that can't get in or out.
We'll see.
But from IGN, which
is no, based on what I've read,
which is a gaming, is this a gaming website? I know IGN. I just don't know what their main platform is. But first human patient to receive a Neuralink brain implant. Used it to stay up all night playing Civilization 6.
So is this the patient we talked about?
Yeah, we talked about him a few weeks ago now, maybe a month or so ago.
So this is a follow-up.
He was the first patient ever to get Neuralink in him. He was a quadriplegic, I believe. So yeah, that's not him in the video, for the record.
Peanut tail.
Yeah. But that's not him in the picture. And if that is, good job. But it's not. We should see what it is.
Have you seen this video?
No. We can't. I think it does. I think there's a video below that kind of shows him playing chess too. So.
Oh, okay. I see the other video. I'll make this a little bigger. I don't like this IGN website though. I will say that they have this weird navigational thing going on.
Oh yeah.
That I can't make go away. This thing over here is just kind of there.
Oh, weird. Yeah.
All right. So the first human recipient of a Neuralink brain transplant has shared new details on his recovery and experience of living with the experimental assistive tech. Assistive? That Is that a word? That feels wrong.
I'm using it now. So
assistive.
Assistant. Maybe it's supposed to be assistant tech. I don't know.
Assisting tech. Anyways, which has allowed him to a greater level of freedom and autonomy, including the ability to pull an all-nighter playing Sid Meier's Civilization 6.
Huh.
Yeah.
Neuralink co-founder Elon Musk took to X in January, revealing the company has implanted its first brain-computer interface in the head of a human patient who was recovering well. And we did cover that back then. There's some stuff going through my page here. So yeah, we talked about it. He was doing good. Everything was looking good, and we didn't hear anything else. I didn't know what was gonna happen. It's like, I wasn't too sure. But finally, on March 20th... Maybe
we missed this February update here, I guess. Yeah, I don't remember.
I don't remember doing that either. Yeah. Oh. So Elon Musk commented that the patient had seemingly made a full recovery. A full recovery? Wow. And it was even able to use the implant to manipulate, I can't even say that word, the computer cursor with thought alone. Like, that is pretty neat. So, and finally, March 20th, Neuralink posted on its own update on X a 9-minute live stream, which a 29-year-old implant Noland Arbug, is that Arbudge? I can't say. Used the technology to play a digital version of chess while discussing how living with experimental aid has changed his life. So yeah,
we're not. I thought we were talking about Civilization.
Yeah. Now we're not gonna watch the whole clip here, but yeah, I think I don't think I should open your.
Okay. All right, we should be streaming live
like
here.
9 minutes.
Hello, world. How's it going out there? My name is Bliss, and I'm an engineer at Neuralink. And I'd like to introduce you to the first ever user of the Neuralink device.
So you can maybe skip ahead a little bit here.
I think you're my only telekinetic.
This is just us. Show him move the cursor.
All right, yeah. So
what we call kind of differentiating like imagined movement versus attempted movement. So a lot of what we started out with was attempting to move. So I would attempt to move, say, my right hand, left, right, forward, back to move. And from there, I
guess it's kind of hard.
Yeah, it doesn't show much. Yeah, you'd have to watch a whole movie, probably get a better description. And I don't think we should watch a 9-minute clip of this.
Yeah, I feel like you'd have to watch the whole 9 minutes, and even then, to really understand. Like, what's going on, you'd have to be the guy in the chair.
Yeah, and a lot of people just because I hate Elon Musk, like, oh, this is dumb, blah blah blah. Yeah, it's dumb for someone like me to go get it. Someone who's capable of doing stuff, but for this gentleman right here, it's amazing.
Well, I think the main criticism of Elon Musk is that he has nothing to do with this cool tech. He just comes in and he buys up these companies.
Yeah, wow.
And then claims he has something to do with the cool tech, but he doesn't. He just comes in and buys it. So the criticism's valid. So
I don't know. I heard people saying, "Oh, Neuralink is dumb."
I'm
never gonna get Neuralink. Blah, yeah, but it's not for the public anyway.
Do you think Elon invented it or had anything to do with it?
Does many people who take ownership of things invent things? No. So, but it is Elon Musk Neuralink. It is his Neuralink because he owns it. So.
I mean, he's not a company.
Do you know who made the COVID vaccine?
Bill Gates probably.
Yeah, no, Pfizer. Right? That's Pfizer getting credit for it as some scientists.
Right. And there's and Pfizer is the name of a guy. Oh no, it's the name of a company.
Yeah, but
you know who owns Neuralink?
Musk. It's the company of Elon Musk.
Well, no, Elon Musk is the CEO for that company, right? Or the owner, or he.
Neuralink is the name. Neuralink is the name of the company. But anyway, I think it's a great thing for him to get.
The owner of the intellectual property is not the individual. He doesn't own the IP. The company owns the IP.
Yeah.
He's just the primary investor in the company.
They call it Joe
money guy.
So, but
he had money.
But yeah, that's his money, so it's his, right? It's Joe Biden's America right now because he's a president, right? So Joe Biden owns America. So.
No, I don't think it's his Neuralink.
He says it says America all the time.
He can say it's my Neuralink, and I'll still say no. It's the company's Neuralink. That'd be like saying my company's stuff is my stuff. It's not. It's my company. I'm not going to name my company. Like,
so if you're working at a store and someone's freaking out, you don't get to say, get the name out of my company store. But you say get out of my store. You say get out of my store. You don't say get out of Starbucks stores.
I don't
because you don't work at a store. But someone who did.
When I worked at Hy-Vee, I would say get out of the store. I would never say my store because that is something different. To say my is possessive, dude.
Most people say my, yes, because you're kicking someone out. You got to kick him out. So
you don't say. Do you say my when it's not yours? Because you shouldn't. You're not the owner just because you work there.
So then it's not my country.
And even if you're the owner,
is it my country then?
In the case of,
is this my country?
You could refer to my country if you want.
But
it's not your store.
But
so do you tell people to get out of my country? Is that your point there? Because you can say get out of my country if you want.
I've said that to a few people, but
you can't.
They're usually Canadians anyway. They're usually other Canadians. So yeah. So
and they're already like, I can't afford to leave, buddy.
Exactly.
I can't either, but I wish I could.
No, that's exactly. You take it as a compliment here when someone says that to you. Get out of my country. But like, I wish I could. I wish I could. Yeah. But yeah, I don't have much on this. I think we should probably still get going on. I don't know if this goes into much, but yeah, he can play video games. He can actually.
Well, we're taking a pretty big jump from playing chess, barely moving a cursor, to playing Civ 6, aren't we? So that's a huge improvement.
Yeah. That's pretty good. So then it's only going to get better.
I've never played a Civilization game, but aren't those like pretty intensive, like real-time strategy kind of thing?
I think so, but I'm not 100% sure.
I played StarCraft and stuff. Does that help? Is that close?
Yeah, alrighty.
I've never heard Biden refer to U.S. in the possessive. My U.S.
They never. I said.
I bet we could find a clip of him actually saying my U.S. Not even just my country. I bet we could. Biden is crazy. There's clips of him saying everything.
Yeah, but he's been in politics for.
I can't wait to have another term of Biden. It's so good.
Yeah.
Oh, God,
I forgot to show you that video. He was like, when I came to Senate 132 years ago or something. I forget exactly how many years he said. But I was like, what did you just say, Joe? What? So, okay. Well, I don't know if you want to go too much more in this. I'm sure we'll talk about it again. I just thought it was pretty cool to give an update that he is doing pretty good. And he's.
Oh, yeah. And he himself actually posted too.
So
I guess that above post was from Neuralink.
Yeah.
And then he himself also. So I don't know how long his clip was. Oh my God.
Sit back, relax, everybody.
Well, this is gonna be a pretty long banter tonight. Looks like we've got 56 minutes to listen to. No, God, no. Okay. I'm not even gonna. So I don't even know why they got this guy out on stage to do a whole presentation in front of a group of people. Maybe.
So he used to be, like it says, he used to play it. Yeah. Down below it said I guess he used to be able to play it a little bit, but he was giving up on it. He's given up prior to having the surgery. He needed complete help.
Have somebody complete help from friends to even play it.
Yeah, and that's not really fun, right? Like.
Well, and now I would say he doesn't need any help at all if he's staying up till 6 a.m. That's proper degenerate.
Yeah. Hey. You know? Well, if you've never been able to do that and you finally can do that by yourself, damn right, have fun, man.
He's also learning French and Japanese.
Oh wow. I guess all you had to do is have time. So may as well. That's all you have. Alrighty. Well, I don't know if this is just gonna go on and tell us the same thing over and over again. I'm sure.
Well, we got Elon posting that it's possible that he may walk again.
Huh.
On a long-term scale, so we may have more follow-ups.
That'd be pretty cool. Like
progress is already being shown. This would be amazing if you could have walking and using your arms again. It's already pretty amazing because this guy's quality of life just went from probably close to 0 to definitely not 0. Being able to be a degenerate on a video game, that's pretty big up. Yeah, I would say.
That's insane.
As far as ups and downs go, you know.
Alrighty.
Oh God, this article just keeps going. Yeah. Did you pre-read this at all? Because I don't know if I'm skipping.
We're good. I think we can move on. Congratulations.
Animal welfare violations.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Let's just keep scrolling. Like
let's just move on. That. Yeah, I'm good. And then the civilization ad at the bottom, just to top it off.
Precise robotically implanted brain-computer interface study. Well, act like that didn't happen either. Okay. I invite anybody to come in and read the whole article, as we're not going to go through the whole thing. And I'm not a scientist, but I'm sure if you're into sciencey stuff, Neuralink is already an interest for you.
Which brings us to the next one, which I'm sure you can take. But yeah, kind of.
So kinda. I mean, if you're into science, here we go.
Right? That science is where I was going. Yes. So.
Robotic police dog shot multiple times, credited with avoiding potential bloodshed. Massachusetts State Police say a robotic dog helped avert a tragedy after being deployed at a Barnstable.
Was it city, county?
Barnstable.
Barnstable.
Barnstable or Barnstable?
Barnstable. Barnstable.
Home where police were responding to an armed individual barricaded in a home. Okay, so they sent the robot in to figure out where the dude with the gun was. Instead of sending a person.
Real dog in.
Figure out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool because it's always sad when you see dogs get hurt, like the police dogs.
Was the robot dog armed? This is important. I need to know that answer.
Little lasers on its shoulders? I'm not sure. Let's go down.
Is this it?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Let's hit play and see.
Okay.
Well, there's a bridge video we looked for earlier. Thank you. So,
ABC, you're no better than Fox. I click videos on Fox and they do this too.
Let's keep scrolling down here and see what it says. So, robotic dog is being thanked by state police in Massachusetts for helping avoid a tragedy involving a person barricaded in a home. The robotic dog named Roscoe. Roscoe, yeah.
Roscoe. That's normal.
Roscoe. I don't know. Roscoe was part of the Massachusetts State. It was part of it's not anymore. Part of the Massachusetts State Police bomb squad employed on March 6th
shot, remember?
In a Barnstable house after police were fired upon. Police sent in 2 other robotics, often used in bomb disposals, into the house to find a subject along with the robotic dog. Controlled remotely by state troopers, at first checked the 2 main floors before finding someone in the basement. The person armed with a rifle twice knocked over the robot dog before shooting it 3 times and disabling it.
He knocked it over twice and then shot it 3 times.
So,
poor doggy.
I wonder what's going through that guy's head. He's hiding in the basement and a fucking robot dog just comes down the stairs.
Well, not just a robot dog. There's 2 other robots. It's 3 robots roaming around above you. You're like, what the hell? All you hear is robots moving above you. And like,
the person then shot at one of the other robots in the outdoor swimming pool before deploying tear gas. Before police, my bad, I skipped police. Before police deploy tear gas, he shot at the pool. So he didn't shoot at the people, the police. He shot at the pool. Like they're using that. Like they wouldn't if they didn't shoot at the pool. If they shot at cops, they say he shot at cops. He wouldn't be shooting at the pool. Just weird to hear them say that, but.
Well, I thought they said they sent the robots after he was shooting at cops or something.
He just barricaded in the house.
Yeah. See, hold on. It said the robotic dog was deployed
after the police were fired upon. Okay.
Police were fired upon. So they got fired upon. Then they brought Robot Army in. Now, when Robot Army comes in, he triple taps dog, single taps the other one near the pool. Or no, single taps the other one and hits a pool. she shoots a pool.
So yeah, the incident provided straight. It's a good idea to have those. Like, they can send those in. Nobody gets hurt. They can see where
how expensive are they? Though? That's not as expensive
as a human or a dog life, right?
Well, you might think that.
Well, that's what they're gonna say in the long run, right? So
hold on, let's math it out. A police officer's life is worth their pension in dollar numbers.
Yeah, and
does the robot cost more than the pension of a police officer?
Probably not.
Because
nowadays,
I'm not a company, but that's how they look at it. What's cheaper, smart robot dog or
Boston apparently
or high school graduate?
Boston apparently has a robotic dog too, known as
Who's
Spot.
Not vested yet.
So it's not the first time a dog's. This is the first time one of them has been shot. This is the first time one of them has been shot, but they have been using dogs before, Boston and stuff.
Okay. Which
we relieved the only casualty of the day was a robot. The company said. It's a great example of how mobile robots like Spot can be used to save lives. It is true.
Sure.
Like it probably even saved the bad guy's life because the cops had to get in there somehow. So the robot probably ended up saving his because he shot at cops.
Well, yeah, because if you come in if you send the human cops in there,
they're
going to shoot
to save their lives and kill.
If there's a shot, then you've got a shootout.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, you don't win a shootout with cops. There's more of them than you in almost every situation. So you're right. The person, and they said that they didn't identify the shooter or the charges they were facing. We don't know anything about them. I mean, they triple tapped the dog though. So.
The robotic dog was sent to Boston Dymatics to remove the bullets. It will remain with the company, and a new unit will be sent to state police.
Yep,
so there you go. Dog. That's kind of neat though. Like that's cool.
So I mean, I don't have my answer. Is the dog armed?
No, not yet. One day.
You know why I'm asking? Have you seen a film called RoboCop?
Yes, I have, and I'm pretty sure I can picture that dog with the shoulder gun. The laser was it? I think. So.
Yeah, dude. Do these dogs have guns? The answer needs to be no. I'm against the program if the answer is yes or anything but emphatic no.
So I don't think
the gun. Not put a gun on these.
I do not think the dogs have guns.
Do not. And in fact, I mean, they said they deployed the tear gas. Why didn't the dog just have that as an option? That way you can remotely deploy tear gas in the room that you need it in.
Send in a request. Put it in the suggestion box.
Or rather, why tear gas? Don't we have an option that's like, I don't know. I'm not a chemical person, but can't we knock people unconscious? Tear gas doesn't knock you unconscious.
It just pisses you off. So that makes it.
Well, it also makes it where you can't really see. You're not going to have good vision. So in terms of being able to shoot, it's very helpful to have your vision compromised. So I get that.
Okay.
Look, don't put a gun on this dog or I'm against it. Otherwise, this is good because you're right. It limited life loss on both sides.
What else do we have?
That's good science. Two good sciences in a row. What do we got next? Bad science? AP News brings us this one. Scammer claimed to be a psychic, a witch, and an Irish heiress. Victims say as she faces extradition to the UK.
What kind of scamming
have you heard
is she?
about the psychic witch Irish heiress? Have you heard about this lady?
No.
I don't think I have either. It says it's an American woman. Jailed in Maine, facing extradition to the UK. She ran numerous scams, claiming to be a psychic and Irish royalty.
Okay. Isn't every psychic a scammer? My opinion. So, but yeah, that's my opinion.
Do you think psychicism is real in any way?
I personally don't. I don't know. That's baloney. It's all baloney. So
yeah, it's make.
She has crisscrossed the country saying she's an Irish Heiress. What is that? Sorry, I don't know what that is. What is that?
Yeah, heir, but the female version of it.
Okay. A psychic and a good friend with the movie star in order to run scores of scams. What movie star does she friends with?
That's a good question.
But now Marina, I don't know, Smyth is in Maine jail waiting hearing next month's trial. Next month that decides whether she be extradited to the UK or not. So how many UK? Why to the UK? What did she do to the UK?
Well, that's a good question. What scam?
Scamming back dating more than 15 years in Northern Ireland. Wow. So she's a gypsy. That's what she is. So.
Whoa, you can't. Isn't that offensive? Isn't that a slur?
No, gypsies are people who go around and literally scam people.
Slur. Okay, that's it's accepted. Slur.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So. I don't think gypsies even watch the internet. So.
Well, they can't. If you're watching, you're no longer a gypsy.
Yeah.
Just so yeah.
So yeah.
Also, I'm just traveling, and so you can't hold me accountable for what Mike just said. He's just speaking, so that doesn't count either.
So the 54-year-old American is accused of stealing more than $170,000 from at least 5 victims from 2008 and 2010.
That's not that much.
And wait, what about isn't there a rule about crimes after 7 years it's gone?
Yeah, this is a long time ago and not a huge amount of money. So
I mean, it's still a lot of money from 5 people. I'd be pretty mad too. But and she was somehow screwed him over in Northern Ireland, where a court issued a arrest warrant for her in 2021. But that's Ireland, so I don't know their laws. Maybe there is no law. What is it?
They located her and arrested her last month in Maine.
Yeah. What is that again? The
non-extradition?
No, how long you can go without being charged? Like if it's crime.
Oh, the statute of
limitations. Thank you. My bad. I'm not sure if Ireland has that. But then why is she going to the UK? Why is she being charged in the UK? So.
Well, that sounds like where she did it.
But she was ripping off in Northern Ireland,
which is part of the United Kingdom.
Yeah, but okay, I guess I'm thinking just.
Are you?
I'm thinking.
Are you really not sure that Ireland's part of the UK?
No,
thing?
I was blanking there. I was off. So.
They're like, it's a weird situation, and I'm sure if we had a UK person on here, they could explain it because I'm gonna butcher it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Ireland deserves their own country.
Yeah, so, that was my ignorance there, I guess.
Yeah.
It's just, why would they say Ireland then? Because it's a country then, right? Is it a country in Ireland? Isn't there?
Well, it says Northern Ireland. I don't know. That's why I said we need a UK person
I don't know.
to come explain this shit. Do we have a UK person in chat who can explain why this person wouldn't get extradited to Ireland?
So yeah, she's a master of disguise, completely changing her appearance and her grifter and her grifter
Northern
to
Ireland is part of the United Kingdom.
Okay.
According to Wikipedia.
Johnson, who started a podcast in 2021, called her Queen of the Con to warn others about her after he said he was fleeced out nearly $100,000. So this Jonathan Walton guy is the one who called her out, I guess. She always dressed in designer clothes, but said she needed, and I'm going to need you to scroll down there.
The island of Ireland comprises the Republic of Ireland, which is a sovereign country, and Northern Ireland, which is part of the United Kingdom.
Huh. I don't have a clue.
There's an island, and then there's a part that's not the island.
You know, that's my buddy. I got a buddy I work with who just lived in Belfast. He lived in Belfast for like 2 years. So I'm going to ask him tomorrow. I'll ask him about this, and I'll let you know.
Well, hold on. You don't think we could just...
But I'm trying to read the article here too, right? But
look, I found this.
Yeah, but I was halfway through the article. Come on. But
look at this. This is an infographic like none
other. The two main differences between Ireland and Northern Ireland. Okay, that's so stupid. Like, is this? I guess this is learning hour. Two countries, one on the one island. Okay. 32 counties. What? 6 in Northern Ireland, 26 in Arrow Island? I don't know. Arrow.
Is this infographic actually helpful? Because I was thinking it wasn't.
For its currency, the Republic of Ireland uses, I don't know. Yeah, it's not helpful at all. Northern Ireland has a king.
Yep, that's the takeaway I got.
Wow.
All right, moving back.
Yeah, so I need you to scroll down a little bit there, please. Yeah, so this Jonathan guy she ripped off 100K, so I started a podcast to talk about her. But said she always wearing designer clothes, but said she needed the money for things like a frozen bank account and to post bail, he said. Okay, that's a red flag right there.
Now look, this is coming a little too close to home. I mean, we do a podcast, so if someone comes at you with anything like this,
if someone came and asked me for money because their bank account was frozen, I'd be telling them no. Like, I'd be having more words than that. But yeah, no, she told him she was due. And okay, isn't this the oldest scam in the book? Due to inherit $7 million from a wealthy family in Ireland. Come on,
that shit happens a lot all the time, and people just give it away to the person they met.
They grew close over several years in Los Angeles when she brought him expensive dinners and luxury vacations. So she was buying this for him somehow. He said, but her story began to unravel when Walton realized she was just jailed for stealing $200,000 from her luxury travel agency where she worked. So that explains the free gifts and all that stuff. She was later convicted for stealing from him and briefly served time in prison. So it's not her first rodeo. She's been doing this for a while.
Yeah, apparently.
America probably be happy to get rid of her, right? America's going to probably be pretty happy to boot her to the curb. And the podcast actually got dozens of tips from victims. So that's
so they
cool.
use the podcast to help catch her.
That's amazing. Congrats on that.
Tipsters described a fake charity for Ukraine, as well as lies that she was an emissary for Satan, a witch, a hockey coach, a cancer patient, and best friends with Jennifer Aniston. You're wondering who? Jennifer Aniston.
That is, yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's the reveal. Mel Gibson shit. Nope, not Mel Gibson. You were wrong, Jace. You take that L. It was Jennifer Aniston. I was just talking about something else, though.
I don't even think you said Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson shit.
I think it was probably when I was on some rant about freedom earlier.
Yeah, so that's kind of crazy. That's
$20,000 for psychic readings. I get it. I wasn't a huge Rich fan. Yeah, I don't know. Were you a Rachel fan?
I don't know. I liked all. There's no big fan. I like Friends. Those are my favorite shows.
But you didn't have a favorite?
No, I like them all. So
you like Joey just as much as Ross?
I like them all, and I hate them all just as much over the years. So
you hated them all just as much as Chandler? He wasn't like the most redeemable for you or anything like that?
I don't know. I liked it all.
You actually watched it, and they're all equal?
Yeah, I like them all.
I thought the whole takeaway was you were supposed to like argue with other people who watched the show about what they liked versus who you didn't like.
But yeah, so
I'm confused with the point of that show then.
Yeah, so she's a con artist. She's been doing it all over the world. It looks like for years. So
yeah, so I guess watch out for her. What does she look like?
I don't know, but if anyone ever comes and tells you that they're gonna get money, but you have to give them money first, it's a scam. Like I got
this. They're going to do a psychic reading or life coach sessions or a cult retreat or do a ritual. All those are fake too. There's no.
I know. I don't call it scam.
If someone
wants to go to a psychiatrist and pay $50 to get a reading, they're paying for that. That's not scamming. They want that service. Sure. Do you want someone to make up a story? Sure. But psychic. I'm not saying that that's a skill. You have to have a skill to be a psychic. Because you have to read body language, you have to read. I mean, like it is a skill. I'm not gonna lie.
You have to be good with your way you put words together.
Exactly, right. So,
and you're right with reading the person and what they want to hear or how they want to hear it. Do they want you to touch their arm as you say it?
Because sometimes, do
you need to do something with the lights? And you got to be able to read that in a moment and react and. It's definitely a skill to trick people out of their money.
I've seen someone. There's someone that a furry animal that you used to have in your life. Did you used to own an animal?
I have never heard.
Yeah.
Of this word
See, that's what they do though, right? And they ask you really open-ended questions where you're like, "Well, yeah, I owned an animal." Oh, it had a tail. It had a tail, right? It did have a tail. How did you know? Now I'm being very facetious.
I feel something brushing up against my leg. Did you have a small pet or something?
So yeah, but yeah, that's it. I don't know if
it feels like this wasn't recent, right?
Is there much more on this? I'm just gonna go on how many scams she did and all that. I think.
Yeah, I think it's just she has so many she did. It's crazy, and things that people kind of might believe, like yoga and exercise stuff, but obviously she was scamming people and probably just never making good on any of the things, even if the things were real or they weren't psychic stuff. I don't know what else we got here. So she stole money.
She should have been an actress.
She is currently in the Piscataquis County Jail. I assume that's still in America.
Yeah, well, that's in Maine. Yeah.
Pending the extradition hearing on April 17th.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Worked a lot in Long Island jail.
Well, I think we got.
I guess
2 more stories here.
So she had emails that were allegedly from Jennifer Aniston, inviting them to go to the Golden Globe Awards together.
Oh, nice.
But then she couldn't go with Jennifer, so she had to cancel. But she saw the emails. Like, come on, I have clout. Look.
I really wanted to go, but I gotta.
Look, I would have gone with Jennifer Aniston. You see. But I couldn't. All right, this next one.
I didn't want to go tonight. Yeah.
This next one might be a little scary. Trigger warning.
Scary.
Anyone out there? Yeah. You may have not been aware of these things.
From AP News, a faster spinning Earth may cause timekeepers to subtract a second from world clocks.
So boom. I don't know if anybody. I don't think everybody was aware that there are timekeepers. These are people entrusted with access to the world clock. You understand? Yeah. This is something above governments.
Yeah,
right?
I never heard of timekeepers.
This is an organization and trusted
Isn't it supposed to be a secret organization?
It is, but this article came out.
Okay, let's see what it says.
I gave the trigger warning. We're past warning people. Okay. There are timekeepers. There is a world clock. Only certain people have access. You're not one of them, and I'm not either. And that's scary as hell. But anyways, we're going to subtract 1 second. So don't worry. They're, I guess, not going to screw it up big time. What if they accidentally did a minute? What would happen?
I need to figure out what a timekeeper is first. So let's scroll down. So,
well, here's Earth.
Okay.
And here's a clock.
Yeah, as a man changes the time.
And that's a timekeeper.
So that's a timekeeper. Okay.
I guess.
Earth's changing spin is starting to toy with our sense of time clocks, and computerization. Well, I guess 1 second can mess a lot of things up for something. But only for a second. So it's only for a second? How are they gonna know? That's what I want to know. Like, how are they gonna know?
What do you mean?
So, like, how do they know 1 second's gonna go? Like, that seems kind of crazy. Like,
so they're gonna come out here and they're gonna go to this right here, and this over here is gonna like not move.
When is this?
Whenever they decide, the people who have this freaking lever.
Okay. But I don't know what the story's about though. Like, we haven't even got into it yet. Like, the seconds going by, but
how you
why?
get this level of power?
So
because the planet's spinning too fast, they say.
Okay.
Why? What made it spin faster? Do you know the only thing I've ever heard of that? No. So. Well, maybe. But the only thing
that's what everyone else is, right? So.
No, I think a lot of people would jump to Superman. Remember when he flew around the Earth? That he
only did it backwards. Traveled. No, but he did it backwards. So.
But if he could do it backwards, somebody's doing it forward. Somebody's time traveling forward right now.
So yeah, I don't understand what this means.
This is the first time in history. World timekeepers.
Yeah. Well, how long have we been keeping time for?
Since Caesar, maybe.
Anyhow,
that sound right? Because we've got Caesarian calendars, Julian calendars. That's probably it, right?
About 5,000 years, they're saying clocks have been around. Like,
the planet is rotating a tad faster than it used to. It just ain't got what it used to have. You know? Clocks may have to skip us, called a negative leap second around the year 2029. So there's your win.
Second. Okay.
They're not sure.
So now when they say first time in history, like, they can't prove that. They can't say that. They can't. No, over maybe the last 50 years. Okay, since they started. I don't know.
What does history mean to you? History is like the recorded events.
Yeah, but they're saying on Earth's first time in history, so like recorded. I guess it doesn't say recorded history. It says history.
It should say recorded history.
You know, like
because we don't know how. It's millions of years. We did. Yeah. I mean.
But
what if dinosaurs had timekeeper dinosaurs?
Yeah, exactly.
And clock
Littlefoot.
Dinosaurs.
Oh no, was it Littlefoot? Yeah, it was Littlefoot. But yeah, so we're gonna lose a second. Oh well. We'll worry about that in a few years.
Stop just saying "oh well" like it's not a big deal.
It's not a big deal.
All right. This was time that you're gonna lose. They can just take it. The precedence this is setting.
What is it? Let's see.
You give them a second. What if now they want to take a minute?
For falling asleep here.
And then they want to take an hour. Also, ice is melting at both of Earth's poles.
Yeah, so climate change, yeah.
So that's been counteracting our speed. I
guess. In the ice age, we spun faster. Is that what it's saying?
Oh, no. This is counteracted, and that's why it's delayed it. It was supposed to have happened in 2026.
Oh,
it's delayed the global second of reckoning.
So
you keep saying is nothing.
We're giving ourselves more time. We're literally saving ourselves time. So
you don't work in tech, do you?
No.
A second matters. Do you remember the year 2000?
When nothing.
That was 2 digits of a year not being there.
Yeah, but nothing.
What do you think having to figure out what happens with a second that's not there in all these computerized systems?
But
you
why?
Think they're all ready for a second to disappear?
But it's a second. Why do we have to change the whole goddamn world for a second?
Because we've had a calculable number of seconds to determine exactly at what point in time we are for a long time. And when you have perfect things in video games and people doing 60 things within a second, a second is big.
But if they didn't tell us, nobody would know. If scientists didn't tell us that we're gonna,
we can't unknow. It's happening.
But they tell us, if they didn't tell us, nobody would know. Probably the last 1,000 times it happened over the millions of years.
Look, they let us know. This is a U.S. Navy observatory worker. He's like, we're headed there. It's a matter of when.
It's a matter of when. 2029. That's when. They said it right up there. So
well, unless we have some additional unexpected things like the ice thing causing a counteracting effect that was unexpected. Maybe we have more counteracting effects, but it is inevitable. Currently calculated at 29.
It says about 24 hours to rotate, but that keyword is about
Which is why we
already knew that. Exactly.
Right,
that's why we have the leap
that
year.
with leap year.
Yeah.
This leap second means that the system we've been using isn't perfect.
Yeah.
It's not. It's crumbling before our eyes.
And again, if they didn't tell us, nobody would know. It wouldn't have mattered.
So this says atomic time clocks were adopted as the official time standard more than 55 years ago. So you're like, since when? More than 55 years ago.
So 55 years ago is history. Mm-hmm. Okay. So
more than 55.
Yeah. So okay, whatever. Still, that's history. Okay, glad to know. Glad to know we could base everything off the last more than 55 years.
Adding a leap second.
Yeah.
A negative leap second would go from 11:59 and 58 seconds directly to midnight, skipping 11:59:59 entirely.
Okay. Huh.
Oh, apparently between 1972, didn't they say this was the first time? Between
oh my god,
2016, 27 separate leap seconds were added as Earth slowed.
But this is added. This is the first reversed. This is the first one back. This is the first. So,
I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
This is the first time we're subtracting.
Yeah. We've dealt with it so many other times, and why is it a big deal now then?
Well, because we're subtracting instead of adding. That's weird.
Yeah, like I don't know. That sounds.
Do you think we should look at that, or?
I don't know.
Nah.
There must be there. I don't understand what, like, I guess seconds in the long run matter, but 27 seconds since 1972. Okay, now it's going to be 26 seconds, you know? Like, that's, like, not that much.
This guy says it's because of Earth's core is unpredictable. Yeah. It's a large ball of molten fluid, he says. Yes, I'm aware it's molten. But yeah. Apparently the core triggers. They're just making up another reason now. Now it's the core does it.
Yeah. We'll figure what happens, I guess.
Get ready for the first ever negative leap second. And by the way, demonstrably there is a difference between subtracting and adding a second. So.
Oh, for sure, but.
From a technical standpoint, it actually is different, and they have to prepare for this one differently than those previous 16 instances.
Well, they got many years
to computer microsecond computing. You've got about 3 or 4 years yet to prepare. It's another one of those things where if a tech company ignores it, it's going to be a problem. I mean, it's the millennium at the seconds level. I care. Do you?
Not at the moment.
Look, they're talking about McCarthy now. How? Sometimes these articles go much longer than it feels possible.
Okay.
This is not a process where the past is a good prediction of the future. Anyone who makes a long-term prediction on the future is on very, very shaky ground.
Neat.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Just be careful out there.
Let's hit her.
Spinning super quick, and also there's people in charge of time that you don't know about, and they've been changing it 17 times now.
So the next subject here is gonna be subject trigger warning again. So if you are a little sensitive to some materials about suicide, this might not be the story for you. But yeah, let's get right into this one. Coming from close to home, actually, from CBC, Calgary judge rules 27-year-old can go ahead with maid death despite father's concern. Dignity and the right to self-determination overwhelms parents' concerns, judge says. So, we talked about MAID on here a few times. Do you remember what MAID is?
It's basically your assisted suicide.
Medically assisted suicide, yeah. That's what it is. But what last thing they heard is that they canceled it. They're like, we don't have time to go ahead with this. We can't. We're not prepared for this yet. So they're supposed to postpone it. But somehow this young lady is got approved for it, which I did read ahead and I found out why she wants to do it, and I think it's pretty sickening that they're gonna offer her this, other than some help. You know, there's hope for things, and death is not the right way. Death is not the help. But have anything to say, Dustin, before we scroll down, or?
No, I don't know this person's case at all.
Yeah. So
from my perspective right now, you've got a 27-year-old, so I don't give a fuck what their parents think.
Yeah.
If they qualify
but it doesn't
for this
matter.
thing,
No, but
then it's fine.
Yeah, well that's
I don't care what the parents say.
And I'm 100%, but I'm 100% against MAID for mental illnesses and depression. So let's see this. She doesn't have cancer. She doesn't have anything. This girl has ADHD and she has a little bit of autism. So she's killing herself because she's depressed. And now her dad, he's going to feel responsible for the rest of his life. So yeah, parents do need that, right? So...
No, I never want to have an adult have their parent make the decision for them.
She's freaking wants to kill herself. She's not mentally sane. She needs someone to help her. So, Calgary judge has issued a ruling that clears the way for a 27-year-old woman to receive medical assistance in dying, despite her father's attempts through the courts to prevent that from happening. The publication ban protects the identities of the parties, so we're going to use initials MV for the daughter, WV for the father. Well, Justice Colin Fisby acknowledged a profound grief that WV would suffer, that's a father, with the death of the child. He ruled the loss of MV's autonomy was more important. Again, okay, let's go down. MV's diagnosis and right to self-defamation, is that the right word? Overall, is important matters to raise by what?
Well, you butchered the whole sentence. You didn't even say dignity, right?
Dignity, okay, my bad.
You said diagnosis.
Yeah, this bugs me because this hits home. This is very close to home.
Well, it's kind of important to see their POV. Their POV is what you're reading right now.
Yeah. Okay. Then you should take it away.
MV's dignity and right to self-determination outweighs the important matters raised by WV and the harm that he will suffer in losing MV. This initials thing doesn't help, but
so.
Like
they wish they'd put dad daughter, so I wish they would have put that. So,
but yeah, basically the daughter's dignity and right to self-determination is more important than the harm that's gonna come to the father.
10 years ago, when someone wanted to kill themselves, we'd get them help. We'd get them a doctor. We'd get them some medication and all that, and then they get over the depression and they get better. Now they're like, okay, let's let them die. It's too much of a burden for the health system.
So you're saying that this person is in a situation where they are not irreversibly declining?
Yes. So
then how did they qualify for MAID? That's one of the
I don't know. That's why it's a big deal.
In an advanced state of irreversible decline.
Yes. Let's see.
If this person qualifies, that's why I said it. If they qualify for MAID, let them have it.
Yes, but she doesn't have cancer. She has ADHD
the bullet
and
points don't
autism.
Say have cancer. The bullet points don't say have. That's not how these bullet.
You know how many people have ADHD? Let them all kill themselves right now, right? That's what we should do. Just say no one helps.
Everybody who has these 7 bullet points do that. Jesus Christ, man, are you hearing?
What? Yeah, you ignore what half the things I say, but
let me show you what I'm looking at. This doesn't say have X disease,
and clearly,
it doesn't. Here is the bullet points.
Okay, I can't see that far, so can you read them? They're so small. Okay, must be 18, right? Must be a eligible publicly funded healthcare service, so must be pretty much Canadian. Make a voluntary request. Okay, that's easy. Give information consent about MAID. Okay, that means they get a pamphlet saying, okay, MAID, good, do it. Have a serious and reversal illness. Okay, let's look in the article. Let's see. I read the article. Let's see unless I missed it, but let's see what it is. Right? B.
We haven't gotten in the article to what she has.
I read she has ADHD and autism on the spectrum. So
yeah, you said that, but I don't think the article has said that yet, has it?
No, it keeps going down here.
Yeah, because outside of you saying it, I don't know this.
Okay, yeah, let's.
So sure, she has whatever you say, I guess, or what the article says, or
let's see what the article says. Yeah.
You know. And it's not obviously going to segue right into what we're asking. It's going to continue with its own beat here. Decisions,
they can appeal.
Potential appeal. Sets aside an interim injunction. The father was granted the day before MV's assisted death was set to take place, but the judge also issued a 30-day stay of his decision so that WV can take the case to Alberta Court of Appeal, which means the interim injunction will remain in place for the next month.
Okay.
So basically, all that is a lot to say that they've already given this some due process, and they're going to give it 30 more days for additional due process. So even though I don't see why the parent should have any concern in this if they truly met the 7 bullet points, but
from what I've seen, she doesn't meet the bullet points. This seems like a doctor jumped the gun or something. But let's go down and see.
All right. So MV lives with her father and was approved for maid in December.
Okay.
She did not file any court documents explaining how she came to qualify for maid. Are you obliged to? That's your health information. You
used to have to show your vaccine to go into a restaurant. So come on, right? But to kill yourself, you should definitely show your medical records. Yes.
So do you go up to people with a wheelchair and be like, "Hey, prove what disease you have. I need to know what disabled you are."
No, but
we don't do that.
but so if you're trying to kill yourself and by the government doing it, you should definitely have some paperwork.
Well, no, as we wrote here, she was approved for maid. So this is after this. She was approved, and then she didn't show things to court.
Yeah.
But she was already approved, so she showed them to the people who needed to see them.
Well, still, yeah.
Let's not obfuscate it.
Yeah. Okay. There's a lot of shitty doctors. There's a lot of shitty doctors out there.
And we'll get into whoever that was if that's even allowed. Again, it's going to be a HIPAA thing if this is like America.
Yeah.
We have privacy for healthcare here. So, lawyer said the case boils down to his client's right to medical autonomy and argued WV's love for his daughter does not give him the right to keep her alive against her wish. Which I would definitely agree with, as long as, like I said, she meets all those 7 bullet points. Everything I'm saying is assuming.
So yes, if she meets the 7 points, properly. Yes. If she has a terminal disease, but okay.
She is generally healthy. Oh, that's in quotes. So somebody said. WV believes his daughter, quote, is vulnerable and is not competent to make the decision to take her own life. Now, one of those bullet points was have decision-making capacity.
Yeah.
So he's calling into question bullet point number 1.
Okay. So
just for clarity.
Yeah.
So his argument is she doesn't fit those 7, but she was approved for it. So is he allowed to dig into that?
But
probably not. She's an adult. That's an adult digging into another adult's health privacy.
Yeah, but again, if you're, like I said, let's go on though. Okay, so but he has that right to. He has a right to say that.
She is generally healthy and believes that her physical symptoms, to the extent that she has any, result from undiagnosed psychological condition.
So.
Oh, to your point, if he has the right to say that, he definitely has a right to say things.
Yeah.
I don't think that would be the point I'm getting at. My point is, one adult holding up another adult's assisted suicide is bullshit. If somebody fully qualifies for assisted suicide, you making them live in pain for 30 days is bullshit.
Okay, if she was dying of cancer, yes. But if she's just in her head, think like, again, mental illness is not a reason to die. We talk about that every single night.
Bullet number 7 is have enduring and intolerable physical or psychological suffering that cannot be alleviated. So when I say 30 days of suffering, that's bullet point number 7.
Okay, then let's go to the next. Let's go to the last thing there. Her only known diagnosis is autism and ADHD, which I know hundreds of people with ADHD, and I've seen thousands of people with autism that live great lives. Some that are even far, far on the spectrum that live great, perfect lives. So.
Right. So this is. You can't make the determination from the only known. I mean, we know these 2 things about this person.
Okay, but yeah, for sure. So then why can a doctor, the only known, then the doctor's signing off on this?
The doctors know the whole thing.
So
this is what we, the people reading the internet, know. So let's not quarterback.
I'm sure her dad knows too.
Well, potentially, I don't tell anything to my fucking parents.
Yeah.
Do you?
You don't live with your parents though. She lives with the parents. Yeah. So.
I mean. I wouldn't necessarily tell my parents everything, so I wouldn't.
Now she's hiding she has cancer. That's horrible on her, because you know what her dad's going to do? Her dad's probably going to take his life after she dies, because he's going to feel fully responsible.
So if you had read cancer in this list, this whole thing is a nothing burger to you then?
If there was a terminal cancer, it would be 100%. I'd be on your choice. Why let her suffer for 30 days if she is terminally ill? Right, autism is not terminally ill. ADHD is not terminally ill.
So I think we're making a little premature decisions here because we don't know how she qualified for maid. So we're just reacting to, well, this isn't enough to qualify for maid. And I think most people would say, yeah, this sentence alone is not enough to qualify for maid.
So.
So, and if that's what we want is to have that reaction, we both have
and
it.
I want to see what this tiebreaker doctor thing says.
But I'm not the doctor who was presented way more than this sentence.
What's the next thing where it says tiebreaker doctor? Because that means
so tiebreaker doctor. Currently, 2 doctors or nurse practitioners have to approve a patient for MAID.
Okay.
So this is that process. I don't know how this works, but there we go. Two doctors or nurse practitioners. Feesby heard that 2 doctors were initially approached by MV. That's the daughter. I believe, one agreed to sign off on approving her for MAID. The other denied the application. A third tiebreaker doctor, as described by lawyers for Alberta Health Services, was then offered to MV.
So
her father took issue with the third doctor who signed off on MV's MAID approval, quote, because he was not independent or objective.
Now, okay, before I even get into that comment there, okay, third doctor, so if you're supposed to go to ask 2 doctors, you will just go until 2 say yes, and you can go around the block until 2 say yes, and sooner or later.
Actually, this says 2 doctors have to approve a patient. It doesn't say the first 2 you asked. Right. It doesn't say 2 in a row. It just says you need 2 of them approving. So yes, you absolutely can do what you just said.
Now right here, there could be 2. There could be 1 good doctor, 1 shitty doctor.
Either doesn't matter, one. You go to 10 doctors. You need 2 out of X.
And there's a lot of shitty. So, but I want to hear why.
It's not worded so that you're limited.
But there's a reason that doctor said no. And
doesn't matter. Who the fuck cares? 20 doctors can say no.
Yeah.
If 2 say yes, you need 2 yeses. It doesn't say you need 2 yeses without getting X number of no's. That's not there.
Yeah, just silly.
2 yeses.
Okay.
This is the requirements.
Okay. But and it is. But it's a horrible.
And it's good because in America we have a problem with some doctors who perform based on religion or don't perform based on religion. So being denied because 1 doctor said something would be horseshit. Being able to go to a second and third doctor is a right in America. And I don't want to lose that right. It's freaking Nazism. Otherwise, I mean, being forced to use a certain doctor.
I don't want you to be able to go around until you find 10 shitty doctors to say, yes, kill yourself. Because that happens. I used to go to one. I used to have 1 doctor that I'd go there. He would fucking take 2 minutes out of his day. And I never have anything done with him. He would like, oh yeah. In fact, he actually had his medical license taken away because he was over prescribing drugs, and people were overdosing. But he got to put it back.
So an example of a bad doctor is a guy who lost his.
I'm just saying there is bad. There's a lot of bad doctors out there. Go on X right now. Go on X. Actually, Canada just dropped to the 10th. And out of the top 10,
you're so bad. Do that to him.
Yeah.
Have his license removed.
But what is the issue? Okay, so. But yeah, so what?
You don't attack the patient for doing what the patient's allowed to do, which is get a 3rd opinion and a 4th opinion and a 5th opinion.
Because he was not independent or objective. What does that mean?
You know how many doctors tell people to piss off when they go to them for IVF? Yeah. They say no. So doctor after doctor will tell you no, you're not fertile enough for it. No, you can't do it. Nope, we won't do it. If you stop and give up, you just don't get to have a baby, I guess. But talk to anybody who's actually gone through this struggle. You don't just take the no. So I don't blame the patient here yet. There's no reason to blame the patient. They got 2 doctors to say that they fit these 7 bullet points.
And again, so I could have went around and got that yes, and boom, your life's over. Now, let's see I'm wondering why he's saying.
You said get that yes like it was easy.
It seems like it is. Like
why? What makes that easy? Do we need to pull the bullet points again? What makes these bullet points easy?
I trust the dad over the doctors, so. I do. Like in this case, the dad seems like he knows. Like he lives with her. He sees her every day.
The doctors are checking,
and they lie. People lie every single day, right? So people are so excited for mental illness to go. Doctors were so happy here in Canada for the mental illness MAID to kick in, and they're all depressed when it got canceled. So,
I mean, if she signed a conservatorship to her dad, I would be on your team. But she didn't, and she's an adult.
So. But yeah, so let's keep going off. Yeah. Then
I do not trust your dad.
Then I'm gonna delete that off. I'll make sure to delete the suicide awareness of our website. Then, so.
What does that have to do with my thoughts on suicide?
Because she wants to kill herself.
I do not think a parent should just get to decide what to do with your life.
So you have a 20-year-old kid you have a 20-year-old kid who's gonna hang up. So you see that 27-year-old girl standing on a stool with a noose around her neck.
Why are
you're gonna jump?
Mike, who hurt you?
So.
Says Jace.
Who? And she's gonna jump. You're like, okay, well, you're an adult. Jump. I don't care, right? No, you try to help him. So.
What I'm saying is this 27-year-old found 2 doctors to approve this 7 bullet point list. I agree with those 7 bullet points.
So.
I agree with MAID. And
I don't like. I guess that for awareness. Yeah.
And I still agree with medically assisted suicide. And I still do our suicide awareness talk because I do not think they're related.
So anyway, I want to see what else to say. Okay. Where is this the same article? Because where did we end?
I don't think you have to be against all suicide. Do you?
Like I said, if she was dying of cancer, and she yes, that's 100%.
You don't know that she's not dying of cancer.
So, then why? Then it's dirty on her. She's a horrible person for not telling her dad that's why she's dying. So, that's selfish. 100% selfish on her end.
You can call her a terrible person, I guess.
Because you know what, her dad's gonna feel guilty for that for the rest of his life. I think
the dad's a pretty terrible person. If she fits these requirements, he's a terrible person.
Because if he thinks she has ADHD, of course he doesn't want her to die. If she's suffering from deadly cancer, that she has a tumor and that she's hiding it, and he doesn't know, he's probably like, oh, I don't want my daughter to suffer. No parent wants their kids to suffer like that, but they want them to live.
Well, I mean, one of the bullet points is you're suffering.
Yes, but
literally one of the 7 bullet points is,
and that's what I said. If she is suffering, where's this physical suffering?
Yeah, she's suffering.
But where do you think the dad would see this physical suffering? The dad lives there. The dad would like, oh well, she's never upset. She's never doing anything. She just sits in the room all day. Right? Again, I don't know that case, but if it's cancer, like the dad would see. If the dad would see. Okay, no, you're to put words in my mouth. You said you didn't hear it. So the dad would see if she's in physical pain. He lives with her. He'd be able to tell that his daughter is in physical pain. Get a huff your head.
Requirements don't require physical.
Okay.
It can be mental.
Then yeah. Okay.
Hold on, let me pull the bullets back.
Right. No, we're done. We're done. We're done. You're not. You agree with killing? You agree that people can kill themselves because they're depressed, and that's what it seems like. ADHD and autism is not a reason to kill yourself.
Psychological.
I would. Yes. So for 15 years that I suffered from depression, and okay, whatever. I'm getting mad because I've been there and I've been where she is, and I would have been dead if that was offered to me. So you can't say that I don't know if you've ever been there. Have you ever suffered from depression? Have you ever?
Yes.
Yeah. And have you ever exactly? So you should understand the same thing.
Have I ever qualified for MAID? No.
So I was so bad before. You don't even have a clue. And I'm much better now because you can get out of it. People can get out of it.
You qualified for MAID?
I'm sure I could have. Not back then. MAID. Not back then, but for this, I don't think you did. I'm not going to tell you on air what I was going through. I can tell you off air, but I'll tell you if you want. So
if it was irreversible decline, how are you better?
Okay. But because she's not irreversible. It's
in the fucking list.
I know, but the article is not in the article. Okay.
And if I agree with something, it's because of what's in the list, not because of you want to make it sound like I'm agreeing with something I'm not. I'm agreeing with this list.
Yeah, and the list is correct.
Because of what
but the story is not. And if there's nowhere showing that she has anything but a few depression.
Well, I believe in health privacy, so I believe there's things I don't know about her right now. I in fact guarantee I don't know everything about her.
And if it comes back and she has cancer, okay, but then she should tell her father
things about her.
You know?
I know she has a father. I know she's 27. I know she has ADHD, and I actually forgot the other thing.
She has autism.
She has something else. Autism.
So
that's the total I know about her. I'm not going to decide whether or not she should or shouldn't have gotten MAID, or whether or not her father's right.
Okay, then what happens if they go to a 4th doctor and he says no? What do we do then? 2 say yes, 2 say no. What draws the line?
The requirements say 2 doctors that say yes. It says nothing about how many say no.
So it's a numbers game. Then that's when it comes to a numbers game. Then that's what it comes down to. It's a numbers game. Okay, find enough doctors who don't care about you to say yes.
Yes.
So
the same thing is true for getting a transplant. A doctor will say no, so you go to you find one that says yes.
So
the same is true for surgeries. One will say no, I'm not going to do tit surgery on you until you find one that says yes. Like this is not different. Doctors can say no, doctors can say yes.
But one's killing yourself, one's a surgery. So.
Put that in the bullet points then. It's not there right now.
Anyway.
The bullet points is 2 doctors that say yes. Or nurse practitioners. Actually, you should take a little more question about that part.
Yeah, nurse. And a nurse, that doctor, so.
What is a nurse practitioner
versus
a doctor? What's the difference?
Anyway. That's that anyway.
And then apparently the court cannot review the MAID applicant's decision-making or the clinical judgment of the doctors and nurse practitioners, which is probably makes sense, I guess.
I think it's just horrible. What they were offering on, like, they canceled. We talked about it before. They were gonna bring mental into this, and there's medication that can do that. You know.
Look, they're gonna take 30 days and investigate this to make sure that this person really should get it. In 30 days, if they determine that they should have, are you at least gonna feel bad?
Feel bad? No.
That we made a person suffer for 30 days because emotions.
But to let her die without making sure she should die, yes, like dead and reversible.
7 bullet points with 2 doctors. So when you say make sure she did the thing, she did the
requirement we put in 66% of doctors said yes, she should kill herself. That's a majority, 100%. So
look, if the legislation said
and your medicine doesn't always work, so
they could have legislated it to say that you need a board of 10 doctors where 80% agree or something, but they didn't.
Yeah.
They said 2 doctors that say yes.
Because that's how they want free health care. They'd rather you dead than alive. So. But yeah, that's that. It's Canada for you. But yeah, that's it. Have anything else?
I don't think it has anything to do with free health care. Would be the only thing I'd add there.
But yeah, like, well, now they don't have to worry about her for the next 45 years of her average life, right? So Canada is like, it costs a lot of money to go to the doctor. You should know that.
It costs a lot of money to kill yourself too.
Yeah. Thanks for all.
Calculated the difference in those costs?
Yeah. How much medicine? I don't know.
Suicide drugs are expensive as fuck, and probably 45 years worth of health costs. Pretty close to the same.
You think so?
It's a very morbid thing to compare, though.
I'd have to look that up, but
it is pretty fucking close to each other, as it turns out. The only reason I know is because of execution of death row inmates and housing death row inmates.
Yeah,
I've looked at the numbers because of that. It's fucked up. Killing them is more expensive than housing them in that case.
That I'd have to look at.
What do you think it's going to be in this case?
That seems pretty crazy because
we're just doing healthcare.
But yeah,
it's more expensive to kill someone.
I would have to see that before I.
I'm just going based off incarceration.
Okay, yeah, and again, depends. Maybe they use different drugs. Who knows, right? That's something I would have to look into. Anyway, thanks everyone who's still with us after that, all that.
I would hope inmates get worse drugs.
It is what it is now, but.
I mean, like, if Donald Trump wants stuff, he's gonna get the luxury drug, right?
Oh yeah.
There's no way the guy in prison gets better drugs than Donald Trump.
Oh well, no, but
right. So private drugs are better than.
Is there better drugs to kill yourself with? I
mean, there is some very good designers.
I guess heroin.
About that, too.
You know,
there's that one that sold those kits online. Still does.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's pretty painful. I don't know. Like
depends on how much you pay. There's 3 different tiers of kits.
Yeah, that's
like I said, morbid to get into this.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna try one more time here. Thank you for being with us. If you're still all here, you can find us at borderlinebanter.com. Find us on Facebook, YouTube, and X, formerly known as Twitter, but on Twitter on our page. And also, if you want to join us for the banter, you can drop us a line.
You can come yell at me in person.
Yeah. So you yell at me all the time, but
no, I'll take it. Literally, come yell at me.
But yeah, you can drop us a line. All you need is the information, your email, and all that, and boom, there we go. A few questions there, and make sure to wean out the crazies. There's enough of that here as it is. I'm talking about both of us for the record, not just us, not just you. And it is okay not to be okay. We do actually take this. We got a little heated there.
We take it so seriously. We yell at each other over it.
About
we
do.
Fine points of it.
And it get a lot of heated there. I know you do take it pretty serious too. So, and I do. We do, and it's a very important thing. There's help out there. There's people that care about you. North America. The phone number is 988. We got a whole bunch of phone numbers up there for different people, different situations. I guess what would be a proper term. Situations, yeah. But yeah, lots of information on there to check the signs too. But yeah, thank you everyone for being here. Dustin, thanks for being here. Anything to say before we jet out?
Just thanks everyone for tuning in, and remember we're off this Friday, so we will see everyone again on Monday.
Yeah, happy Easter and get some.
It will be a new month, new quarter.
Yeah, and get some nice Easter eggs and all that stuff. And
I'm gonna bring some eggs on.
Yeah,
paint them. We're gonna make Monday a painting show. Painting stream only.
Painting eggs. We're gonna send you off to Obsolete. He was actually on the show the other day. It looked like he just started a stream. Stay safe. See you on Monday. Cheers.